Well, welcome back in, everybody, to another, it's going to be a great edition and informational, a relevant edition of Pick Your Politics. I'm your host, Dennis Silvers, and glad to have you back in on whatever platform you might be looking at us in. We got a great show for you today. We're going to be introducing you to a young lady who is running for Nevada State Assembly in her district, which is really quite large. She's got some great reasons why she has jumped into this race. And as you know, political thing, get my teeth back in, the things are heating up. We got a great mayoral race going on in Las Vegas. We have senatorial races. We've got assembly races. We got a lot of stuff going on, especially in the upcoming season for the state legislature next year. Governor Lombardo is trying to get a lot of things passed to do with buying homes and public safety and all of that stuff. So you got to stay aware of what's going on. And like I keep saying, you have to vet the candidates, whether you're going to vote for them or not. See where they're at, about the issues that are important to you, and then make your decision. But the most important thing is you got to get out and vote if you want to make a change and you want to get these people elected, okay? Anyway, let me tell you a little bit about our special guest today. Guadalupe Reyes is a seasoned licensed real estate agent here in Las Vegas. She is married and has a son. She is a businesswoman, a mother, and a candidate, so you know that she's busy, right? Yeah, she's busy. She was raised in a traditional Mexican home. Her father marched with Cesar Chavez, and I want to ask you about that because that is very cool. So this happened obviously in California.
Right. Mm-hmm. I grew up in California.
What part of California?
Imperial Valley.
Okay.
Which is near Calexico, which is
exactly
where my father was
been
a
there,
farm worker.
Been there many. I was born and raised in the LA area, so I'm very familiar with that. Now that's great. I got to talk to you about that. She's lived in her district for almost a decade. And let me start off and ask you, Guadalupe, you have a nice career as a real estate agent. You're working for a great firm. You got a wonderful family. So why in the heck did you want to get into politics? What was your main motivation? And please don't tell me my girlfriends told me I should run. No. So why did you want to jump in?
Well, thanks for asking. It's actually the reason why I got into this fight, as I'm going to say, not a race, but a fight.
But a fight, okay.
Because I'm an angry mother, an angry, frustrated mother. I homeschool my son because the education here is severely lacking. We're 49th in education.
Yeah.
A third of our third graders don't know how to read. And when you bring the attention to the school board, they don't want to listen to us. They cut off the mic. There's no transparency. They wait us out at all the school board meetings. And I was like, you know what? No more. The only way I can get my voice heard is if I stand up, fight for our children, and get into this fight and fight for our children in the state assembly.
Yep. No, that's well said. And I think it's pretty common knowledge, people that live in Nevada, especially southern Nevada, Clark County, know that we've got big issues with our schools.
Right.
From the superintendent on down to the school board. A lot of discussion. Should we split up the district? What are we going to do to get more teachers here, get better teachers and stuff? And I commend you for homeschooling your son. Did you give them all A's at the end of the?
It doesn't quite work like that. I wish it would be, but no, we do have to follow a curriculum.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know one of the very important issues you have in your overall platform is education. Would you say that is the most important, or what else are you very concerned about? Because we'll get into some separate issues, right, and I want to find out what you think about it, what you're going to try to do to help it. But is education the thing?
For me, education is my number one platform. I do also have Second Amendment and other issues on my platform. But for me, education is my priority. That's what I want to fix in my community. And as I've been door knocking for over a year, that is one of the main concerns from the community. As I door knock, I ask them, what is your major concern? What can I do to help? And they always say education, 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 education.
interesting.
Next to economy. So
Yeah.
that is the reason why education is my main platform.
Okay, that's that. Because I'm going to jump ahead a little bit, and I was going to ask you, what are you hearing from your constituents in your district when you door knock, and you say, what's bugging you? What can I help you with? What are you hearing from them? It's probably multitudinous things, I'm sure.
It is. It is a multitude of things, of course. But specifically with them, with the education, is a lot of parents want the parental rights and
Yeah.
our voice to be heard,
Uh-huh.
and just the choice for us to make for our children, whether it be school vouchers, public or charter
Right.
schools. That is their main concern. So with that in education, other than that, they're very concerned about our economy. All the HOA fees locally have gone up, which is hurting a lot of families.
Yeah.
As you know, of course, the retail theft is high here as well,
Yeah.
which is also inflating our prices as well.
Yeah.
So that is hurting a lot of our community, and that is their concern.
Yeah. No, that is absolutely correct. Everything's going up.
Especially with the seniors. Seniors
Yeah.
have stressed to me that their concern is with the economy.
Yeah.
Because they're on a fixed budget. So
Yeah.
what they had doesn't go as far as what it used to.
Right. No, that's a big concern. As a assemblywoman, what do you think are the important issues, not just for Southern Nevada, but for the entire state? Because you're going to be involved in stuff that's going on in the entire state.
Right, exactly. And as you know, we do have an issue, like I was saying, with retail theft. So the accountability is another thing that we do need to stress, as far as not limiting the bail, or what am I trying to say? The people need to be held accountable, and the laws, because right now it's $1,200 for them to be put into jail. And so
Right.
we need, and that's why the retail theft is high as it is.
Right.
And that is something the assembly people can do, is raise that amount.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that they can be held accountable and be put in jail for a longer period of time. So
For
that is,
stealing less money.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree with that. So agree with that.
and also with the assembly district, what we do as well, is what I want to do is repeal and revise all the CCSD regulations that are hurting our children as well. And that is something that we can do at the state assembly level as well. So we can get our children to be focused on English, math, and science.
The basics, yeah, absolutely correct. What do you think about, we're going to talk about public safety. I know that's important to you too, and a lot of people here, as well as across the country, for crying out loud, with all the whack jobs walking around now. What do you think about public safety, school safety? Should we have police in the schools? Should we have teachers being allowed to carry guns? What would you like to see happen to help promote safety in schools? You're seeing on TV, the fights between the kids, the shootings every week. Oh, there was a gun discovered at this school, in somebody's backpack or whatever, or shooting, and they shut down the school. What would you like to do to fix all of that, if that's possible?
Right, and that's actually my major concern. I have a 13-year-old son, and he's in middle school. He would be in middle school if I put him into school. And that is our major concern, is the violence that's happening in our middle and high schools. So what my solution would be to that is our teachers have a lot. They're overwhelmed by what's going on already.
Oh, yeah.
And so I think we need more parent involvement in our schools.
Yeah.
Right now, we do have the dads are involved that help with the security in a lot of our schools.
Right.
But we need more. We
Yeah.
need more parents to get involved, because I believe that the teachers and parents get involved, that will make the schools a lot better.
Yeah, I agree. Parental involvement is very, very important.
Yes.
Not only in that, but in the upbringing of their kids
Correct.
and taking an interest. Yeah, absolutely. How long are you going to homeschool your son, you think?
I've been homeschooling him since COVID. So it's been about 4 years now. So it works for us now, but I do want to get him back into school.
Yeah.
And that is my main priority,
Yeah.
not just for the safety of my son, but for the community.
Yeah.
And so I want to work together with the teachers and the principals to see how we can hold the kids accountable.
Yeah, yeah.
Because right now
I think it's important where
yeah,
they have
exactly.
that.
We need
that
to go back
atmosphere,
to
yeah.
suspending children and back to like when I went to school. I didn't even go, it's only been like 10 years, but it's a huge difference from when it was when I went to school and now. Kids used to be able to go to school and be disciplined, and you don't have to go to school for a week, you're suspended. But now the suspension is they still have to go to school.
Yeah.
And there's no disciplinary action. And I think that's a huge thing that we need to fix.
I am on board with that. What would you do related to public safety as far as the city? Las Vegas, as you know, is tourist driven, and it's not good when tourists get scared away and they don't want to come back. And that is an issue, I know, with the city council, with the board of supervisors, with Metro, with a lot of other politicians. What would be some of your ideas, Guadalupe, to kind of tamper that down where people come to Las Vegas, they don't have to worry?
Right. I think that I think Las Vegas as an attraction, we should attract to more friendly family things. I know that we're huge in like casinos, but I think that at the same time, we need to attract a lot of the families out here to kind of show that we're more than just casinos and this Sin City lifestyle. And I think that'll, if we attract more families, they'll see that it's a more safer place.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the laws that have been passed as far as there's one in specific about being able to walk on the boardwalk of the Las Vegas Boulevard. And since they had that law, it's more free for people to open up and walk, and they have less danger of just random people, of random attacks, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that's true. All right, Guadalupe Reyes is our special guest here on Pick Your Politics. She is running for Assembly in the Nevada State Legislature. Let me ask you this. What would you do two things, to attract more teachers, better teachers perhaps, and to maybe attract, because we have had somewhat of a nutrition rate in Metro, as a lot of police departments have across the country, because cops just don't get any respect anymore. What would you do to make people want to join Metro and get better teachers here?
Yeah. I did speak with a local Metro over here in Henderson a few weeks ago, just about safety in my community in general. And I asked about the recruitment of officers, and he did say that they actually had a lot of recruitment of new officers from around the country because they have a lot of incentives for them to come here to Las Vegas. Yeah. So Henderson and Las Vegas have actually done a really great job of recruiting new officers into our community. And so I think that just working with them and letting them know what the community concerns are and working together with them is going to make things work. Yeah. So they are working with that, and I'm going to continue to work with them to bring new recruitment.
Yeah, I think overall, though, Guadalupe, you got to tip your hat to Metro. They do a hell of a good job.
Great job.
Considering, they're a little bit short on officers, and as far as response and tapping down crime, they do a terrific job. All right, what about getting new businesses here? You said family friendly. I agree with that, because terrific place to live, folks. We got a lot of stuff going on here, a lot of good stuff going on. What would you do as far as getting some businesses here, and what type of business would you want here?
The type of business I like to see here is more tech businesses. I would like to see more crypto, blockchain, to see Vegas move more into the modern with all the tech. And I think with that would bring a lot more people from different areas, different parts of the world to come to Vegas. And with that, because a lot of people not necessarily are college bound. And so I think the tech industry has a lot of open positions for people who are not necessarily college bound. And I think that's another way that Las Vegas can attract more talent is to cut all the regulations with different licensings in different fields as well. For instance, life insurance and real estate. For instance, in real estate, we can have a license here in Nevada and have another license in California.
Right.
But what would be great here is if we didn't have to pay separate fees, so that a realtor can actually have business, not just in California, but bring more business back into Las
Sure.
Vegas with that.
Yeah.
So I
So-
would cut the regulations mostly for that.
Okay, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
So
no.
you're in favor of like reciprocity?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Yeah,
That's
I am
what-
too, rather than making you go through the classes here, or
Exactly.
taking another test or something.
Right.
You know, these people have already done it, you know, they kind of know what they're doing, so let's get them out there and stuff. Speaking and like I say, you've been in real estate for a while,
Over 10 years.
very experienced. How would you explain what's going on with the market here? It's like crazy.
It is crazy. You know, it all has to do with the interest rates. We have a lot of sellers who bought at a really good time at 2.5%.
Yeah.
And they're not going to sell right now at
No.
a high interest rate.
No.
So they're going to hold on to their
Yeah.
properties. And that's what's causing the shortage. And so that's why properties are still have a
Going
higher
up.
value. And until they lower the interest rates, more sellers will hold on to their properties, unfortunately. And that's why our rental market has gone up a lot.
It's gone up, right.
Exactly. So if you're a rental, then that, you know, you have good opportunity to see the different rates in the rental. But
Yeah.
as far as buying and selling, it's a little,
Yeah.
it's still kind of up and down right now.
Just as a sidetrack, I get a kick out of this new thing that passed as far as the commission rates that agents get. It's always been negotiable, right?
It's always been negotiable. There is no set rate.
I mean, you come in and I say, Guadalupe, you're great. I want you to sell my home. I ain't giving you 6% though. You want the listing? I'm going to give you 3.
Yep, you can negotiate. I've had
Yeah.
agents that can do it at 1%. There's agents who do it
Yeah.
at 6%. It's like everything. You just have to do your research, make sure that you're hiring the right person, and if they're at that rate.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, big time growth, as everybody knows. Everybody's coming in, I guess, from California
We get a
and
lot.
other states.
Yes, we had an influx of just 10,000 people in 1 year here in Las Vegas. And you can tell by the traffic.
By the traffic, yeah.
And you wait in line at the DMV. So
Yeah.
we have a huge influx
Yeah,
of people
and I'm
coming in.
seeing every third plate while I'm waiting to get, a signal or something is California plates.
Yes. So, but we don't want to turn Nevada into California.
No, we don't.
So, we do have to make sure that who we're voting for, that person represents your
Yeah,
values.
Exactly right. Do you currently know people in the Nevada legislature that you talk with?
Not personally, no.
Okay.
But I do have a lot of friends in the political Republican Party.
Okay, all right. Because obviously you're going to have to be working with a lot of different people up there,
Right.
different personalities, different philosophies, not only in the assembly, but in the Senate as well.
Yes, and just in
So you
politics
got to
in
get
general.
along.
And I'm in real estate. It's pretty much the same thing. I deal with a whole bunch of different
Yeah,
people,
right.
different emotions. It's a very emotional industry
Right.
as well.
Good point. Great
so
point.
I believe it's the same as in politics. You just have to show your grit and
Right.
go in there and
Stick to your guns.
Exactly.
Yeah, stick to your guns and study the facts and vote with which way you're going to go, whether people think it's popular or not. And like I say, running for any office is a lot of work. It's almost 24/7, and you need money. Okay, let's face it. That's the bottom line. So. You've got some stuff coming up as far as meet and greets, fundraisers, but you've got a new website.
Yes, I do.
So please tell everybody looking in what the new web address is, and please go to it, because I'm sure you could donate, you can volunteer to walk, you can volunteer to pass out stuff for Guadalupe. You could want to host a little meet and greet in your
Yes.
house.
Coffees.
Yeah.
Yes, so I'm always looking for volunteers, fundraising. Please go to my website. It's www.GuadalupeReyes4 Assembly Dist.41.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
And check it and check it out. But yeah, I mean, that's the bottom line. It's all about, you need money to do stuff. You need money for literature. You need money for signs. You need
Correct.
money for this.
Right. Mhm.
You know, it does it. It's not all for free.
And I'm a grassroots campaign.
Yeah.
Most of my money comes from the people of my district and that support me. So every little penny, anything helps.
Everything. You made an interesting comment as far as the demographic makeup of your district. You said there are a number of Hispanic families.
Correct.
And Asian.
Yes. So we have a lot of Asian Pacific Islander, Filipinos, Hawaiian, Samoan
Okay.
in that. And so it's the ninth island here in Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
It is the ninth island, and a
Yeah.
lot of them happen to live in my district. So that's aloha. That's what I like to say to them.
Yeah.
And I did live in Hawaii for 1 year.
Oh,
I live in the
that's
island of
awesome.
Kauai, which is beautiful. It
Beautiful.
has beautiful
friends that live
waterfalls,
there,
and
yeah.
it's very farmland. So
Beautiful.
I can relate to them on how beautiful Hawaii is.
Yeah. Expensive though.
Yes, it is,
Like
but
every
very
place
beautiful.
is getting expensive. Yeah, but you're right. It's very expensive. Have you been up to Carson City in that area at all to check it out? Because you're going to be needing a place to live, lady,
Yes.
when you get up there in
My
the
family
assembly.
and I we are booking a trip soon
Oh,
in the
great.
next couple of weeks. It's going to be a family adventure. So when I go to Carson City, it will be with my husband and my son. My husband works from home, so he's able to
Oh, he does.
travel
Oh,
with
that's
me.
great.
And my son is homeschooled, so we
Right.
will be going together, all three of us, to Carson City.
Nice. What's your husband do, if I can ask?
Yes, he's a software developer. He works with cryptocurrency and blockchain.
Okay, so he's a smart guy, a lot smarter
He's very
than I am.
smart. I don't know
Yeah.
exactly the technicals of what he
Yeah,
does, but all I know is he
That's
works with,
beyond me.
yeah, exactly, with Bitcoin and all that stuff. So.
Yeah, that is beyond me. It's a great part of the country.
Yes.
It's beautiful up there, but that's going to be home. And
I'm looking
you know,
forward to it.
Yeah, and that's the way it is. People looking at this, they go, okay, Guadalupe is running against so and so, so and so, so and so. What makes you different? What makes you stand out?
Right. So
Your competition, so to speak.
So I tell people it's not just about choosing a Republican, it's about choosing the right Republican. And I've lived in my community for over 9 years.
Right.
I'm a businesswoman, a wife, and a mother. I've built my business here. My family has grounded roots here. We've raised our family, we've invested our dreams. And just like the community, I love this community. And I want to help save our children and save our community. The soul of our nation is actually, I believe, is in jeopardy here. And so as a patriot and as a mother, that's why I'm in this fight.
Yeah, no, that's very well. That's well said. Yeah, the country does have some issues that affects every state
Right,
in the union, and you're absolutely right. You got to get people in there that are going to make an effort to correct things, to make things better.
Exactly. And we need more Republican turnout as well. Last election, there were 10,000 Republicans that did not vote.
Yeah.
So we need to build that,
How
that
do you get,
turnout
how do
for
you
them.
get them out? What's your best?
It's the door knocking.
Way to get 'em out.
We got to go straight to them and just let them know how severe, how in jeopardy we are as a country, and not just as a country, but as Republicans as well.
Yeah.
And to let them know that this is our last fight, that all of us have to fight.
Yeah.
And it's getting them to wake up and to know what's going on, and it seems to be working. So we'll see in the primary how many turn out. But
Yeah.
as far as the caucus, how many Republicans came out for that, it was inspiring. So I know that most of us are starting to wake up.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I say, you think what you want, but you got to get out and you got to
Yes.
vote.
Yes, none of us, we have to get past that point of just yelling at the TV screen. My husband does it all the time as
Yeah.
well.
I do it once in a while. Yeah.
But, we have to do something more than that, actually vote and
Yeah.
do something.
Yeah. Do you think, what's your thought on, and I forgot who first brought it up, but I'm down for it 100%, should be on Election Day a national holiday, everybody gets off work so they can go in person and fill out their ballot and stuff. I
Yes.
think that'd be great.
I think it's due. We
Yeah.
need something like that because then there is no excuse.
Right.
All of us can go down there, and
Right.
it's our civic duty as an American.
Right.
And it should be a federal holiday.
Yeah.
I would totally sponsor that and be in support of that. And not only that, I also want to bring September 17th, which is Constitution Day, back into our classrooms so that our children know and understand the Constitution. I think that would
Yeah,
be
that's
beneficial
great.
as well.
That's great, Gus. That's an unbelievable document.
Yes. And all of us as candidates should also know the Constitution. I believe that as well. I
Yeah.
take Constitution classes.
Do you?
Yes.
Good
So I
for
believe
you.
all the candidates should.
Good on you. I agree. Maybe that should be a requirement.
Yes, I believe that as well. Because if we're going to be representing, then we should know what it stands for.
Yeah, that is terrific.
Thank you. Thank you,
That
Dennis.
is very terrific. So you're going to be out again, talking to people, knocking on doors, holding some events. The events that she has, where and when and stuff, are going to be on her website.
Yes.
So keep checking her website, especially if you want to make a donation, and give your website address again.
Yeah, so I'm always looking for donations and at www.guadalupereyes for assemblydistrict.com.
Yep.
Thank you.
Simple.
Pretty simple. It's all my
Simple.
name, FOR.
Yeah. And you can also Google Guadalupe, and that will direct you to more about her. And,
I'm on social media as well under Guadalupe Reyes.
okay, that's great.
And you can also find my donation link through my Instagram and my Facebook.
Okay, that is terrific. Yeah, and there it is on the lower third. So very simple. That is terrific. Anyway, like I said, anything we can do here should help you out. Don't hesitate.
Thank you.
It was
Yeah.
great to have you on.
Thank you so much. I appreciate this time.
taking some time off work because I know you're busy getting those listings.
Yes. Thank you,
And
Dennis.
stuff. And it was, yeah, well done.
And
Well
perhaps
done.
I can come back before June 11th and speak again before the primary.
That's right. The primary is
June 11th.
June 11th. That's right. I should know that. Yeah, it's a week before my birthday.
Oh, there you go.
Hint. So if you want to know any sizes, let me know. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you,
So
Dennis.
we're going to, of course, send you the link, and we'll get it uploaded to everywhere. And speaking of social media, please feel free to use tidbits or little spots on your social media, or put the whole show on your website.
Great.
Would be great. We'd appreciate that. Share it with all your friends, family, and
Will do.
stuff. That would be great. So anyway, all right. Again, bet your candidates. She's a good one. Get out and vote. And it's going to wrap it up for this edition of Pick Your Politics. So for Guadalupe, I'm Dennis Silvers, and we're going to see you back same place, same time next time. So until then, stay safe. So long, everybody.